It was a pleasure meeting her on this fateful Tuesday evening after a wonderful session of our regular prayer meetings. She was beautiful, like the sweet fragrance of the morning dew, shapely figured like the Coke bottle. She had an elegant personality and a sugary voice that mesmerized me. First, I thought it was love at first sight, but on the second note, love has sneaked in on me, took me off guard, disarmed my principle and hit me so hard. In the bid to regain my balance, I walked up to her. Hey, why are you this beautiful? If Jesus hadn't died, I would have died for you. Well, don't look at me that way. I don't know where those lines came from, but I perceive it was spirit inspired, though I can't tell if it's the Holy Spirit or not. My heart melted like wax a million times when she finally broke into a smile. It was so affectionate, so beaming and bright. Her solemn words would walk on air, and it entered my defenseless heart like arrow and spear. At that point, I knew I was under a spell. I felt vulnerable, yet contained, afraid, yet secure, uneasy, yet happy. It sounded easy, but it was crazy. I wish I understood what was going on, because every tiny glimpse of her made my heart fall like the Jericho wall. Her perfection, her expression, the silence of what is not said, and the whole of her being fastened my feet to the ground, and I couldn't leave. God take time create this woman, Sha. Her smile alone tickled my fancy. I know he shout. Well, she was a perfect definition of apple of God's eyes, and your Jason according to Bolabo song. Well, a sign of relief came when we were finally engaged. She was a God-fearing woman who could not compromise her faith, not even for a premarital sex. But whatever the case, she was worth the wait. The hunger, the test is going to be over in a matter of months, and we will stand face locking it up in the presence of God. The food is going to be safe, freshly prepared, and I can't wait to be asked by Pastor Caleb, how was the mood? Please, do not miss the Thanksgiving service of that day. Please stay tuned. Then I heard Bros D whisper to me, guy, what did they worry you? Did I hear you say in a matter of months? That's too long, you know. While waiting for the real food, you can do some junks, you know. Let me introduce to Shalewa, Becky, Body No Be Firewood. You don't need to go far. You can get them even very cheap in your neighborhood. So I started with Shalewa, then Becky, then Rebecca. I got trapped in addiction. Then I forgot that several research studies have shown that junk had the capacity to increase obesity, heart disease, and many other chronic diseases. So from Shalewa, then Becky, I got trapped in addiction. And I forgot that hobbies have several potential repercussions. God has not called us into impurity, but holiness. So every chemical makeup of junk tells your brain that you are eating, but not enough to be full. So it creates an endless circle of desire and regret. Just like regular diet of donut, pop-off, and the rest, definitely not bad enough to avoid, but not good enough to make a steady diet because it spoils the appetite for real food. Just like Joseph, he was presented with junks from Potiphar's wife. But if he has eaten the junk, he would have missed the throne. But look at me today. I missed the God gift of a woman for me, all because of junks. God bless us.